Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, hello there, I'm Degen. This is Marvel Heroes, All Things Hawkeye. In this video, we're going to talk about Hawkeye, every single one of his powers, most of his costumes, and some other cool Hawkeye stuff. Now, most of Hawkeye's powers are ranged. He is a great single target DPS. And yeah, he went from being in the circus to joining the Avengers and becoming one of the most loyal members. I read that right out of the bio in the game. I'm cheating a little bit right here. Anyways, yeah, let's just get going with the video. Alright, and starting out with the costumes, this is Hawkeye's classic costume. This is his default costume that he'll start out in. It's purple. The little design looks like an H on his head. Probably stands for Hawkeye if I had to take a guess there. Next we have the Hawkeye modern costume. Now he's wearing some shades. You can't go wrong with the shades, right? He's got a really short haircut, which he could have had the same haircut before. Couldn't tell because it was under the mask. And yeah, he's got like some accessories on this costume. His bow is now black. This is the Hawkeye Avengers movie costume. And I don't know what to say about it other than it's his costume from the Avengers movie. It's a lot of black, a little bit of, what is that, maroon? I don't know. I'm no good with colors. But yeah, his hair is a little more shaggy. And finally, we have the Old Man Logan costume. Now, I've seen some people, I know most people know that this doesn't mean this is Old Man Logan. No, this is still Hawkeye. He's wearing these glasses. I'm pretty sure he's blind. I could be wrong on that, but this is Hawkeye from the Old Man Logan story arc. That's why it's called Old Man Logan. It's not called Old Man Logan because he's an old man named Logan. No. Logan's Wolverine. This is from a Wolverine story arc. Or something like that. I never read it personally, but this is what I understand. Alright, let me know in the comments below what your favorite Hawkeye costume is. I don't have his chase costume, but I showed you the ones I do have. And yeah, I'll let you know at the end of the video what my favorite Hawkeye costume is. Out of the ones I have, at least. Alright, and starting out with the powers. First, we'll go over the Archery tree. The first power you'll get at level 1 is Quick Arrow. This is a basic fighting power. Shoot an arrow that damages the first enemy in its path. This does physical damage. It has a synergy with Twin Arrow and Triple Arrow, and as you put points into it, you'll increase the physical damage. This is what it looks like. You just shoot an arrow. Here's your second basic power. It's called Twin Arrow. You unlock this one at level 10. You shoot 2 arrows. Each arrow damages the first enemy in its path. This also does physical damage per shot, and this has a synergy with Quick Arrow and Triple Arrow, and as you put points into it, you'll increase the physical damage. And as you can see, this one shoots out 2 arrows instead of 1. It does shoot a little bit slower though. And finally, for basic powers, at level 20, you'll unlock Triple Arrow. Shoot 3 arrows. Each arrow damages the first enemy in its path. Same thing here. This does physical damage, synergy with Quick Arrow and Twin Arrow. That's the previous 2. And it does physical damage, and guess what? When you put your points into it, you'll increase the physical damage. Who would have thought, huh? And this is what it looks like. You shoot 3 arrows now. Once again, it is a little bit slower, but you are shooting 3 arrows at a time now. Now also, at level 1, you'll have Precise Aim. This is a passive power. It just gives you a critical chance. As you put points into this, you'll increase the critical chance you have from this. It's passive, so it's always on. At level 10, you'll be able to unlock Vibranium Arrowheads. This is another passive power, and this one gives you defense penetration. As you put points into it, you'll just increase that penetration. At level 20, you'll be able to unlock Pinning Arrow. This is a fighting power. It does physical damage. It'll stun the enemy. It says it pins them to the wall, but really, I think it just stuns them. Either way, it's pretty cool. It has a synergy with Elusive Arrow, and this has physical damage and stun. As you put points into it, you increase the physical damage and the stun duration. This is what it looks like. It just knocks them back. And if they hit a wall in their travels flying backwards, they will get stunned. See that? Oh, killed them. At level 6, you'll be able to unlock another passive called Piercing Arrowheads. This will make your arrows have a chance to pierce through the enemy. So as you shoot, you might get lucky. It might go through the first target, into the second target, piercing. That's exactly what it is. And yeah, as you put points into this, you'll just increase the percent of the chance that you'll be able to pierce the enemy. At level 16, you'll be able to unlock another passive. This one's called Masterful Archery. Your archery powers deliver painful, lasting injuries. This will give a damage bonus. It'll give a bleed. And it has a synergy with Piercing Arrowheads, which is the previous passive. As you put points into this, you'll increase the damage bonus and the bleed damage, as well as the activation chance. Now this is a passive, but it doesn't work with every single shot. but it has a certain percent depending on how many points you have and what the activation chance is for the effects to go off. Now finally, in the Archery tree, at level 28 you'll be able to unlock Wave of Arrows. Release a fan of arrows, striking all enemies in front of you. This does physical damage per shot. This will fire a certain amount of projectiles. As you put points into this, you'll increase the physical damage and the projectiles. But also keep in mind, as you pump the points into this one, you'll increase the spirit cost. This has a synergy with all your basic powers. This is more what it looks like. It shoots out 3 arrows, and it just hits guys in front of you. Alright, and the next tree is the combat skill tree. At level 1 you'll have Forceful Kick. This is a fighting power. You'll kick enemies, and this will do a little bit of physical damage. This will have a chance to stun, and as you put points into it, you'll increase both of those things. Kick. See? Stuns them. Alright, and at level 8 you'll be able to unlock Elusive Arrow. With this power, you'll do physical damage, you'll slow the enemy's attack and movement speed, and you'll jump backwards. This has a synergy with Pinning Arrow. As you put points into it, you'll increase the damage and the slow duration. This is what it looks like. See, you jump backwards, and now he has the spaghetti monster legs. That means he's running slow and his attack speed slow. At level 3, you'll be able to unlock Getaway Roll. Escape combat with a quick forward roll that stuns enemies in your path. This will stun enemies briefly. As you put points into it, you'll increase the stun duration. And this is what the power does when you use it. Aside from stunning enemies, you just roll. So you can use this to get around fast. You can use this to get out of, a problem you might have if you're surrounded, or if you just want to stun an enemy. At level 14, you'll be able to unlock the passive fighting power combat training. Now, in the tooltip it says passive power fighting power, so I'm not sure I understand everything about this power, but I do know that it's a passive power, I guess. So this will give you a dodge bonus, physical defense bonus, and mental defense bonus. And it's just all around survivability. As you put points into it, you'll increase the dodge and defense from both. And that's all. It's a passive, so it's always on. You're always benefiting from these stat upgrades. At level 24, you'll be able to unlock Ronin Assault. This does physical damage, stuns, and has a synergy with Lunge. As you put points into it, you'll increase the physical damage and the stun duration. Now, if you've ever wanted to smack an enemy in the face with your bow, this is how to do it. Hello there! Smack, 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 smack. Let's get out of here. Now, at level 30, you'll be able to unlock Ronin Lunge. Dash forward using your bow to knock down enemies in your path. This does physical damage, has a knockdown, and as you put points into it, you'll increase the physical damage and the knockdown duration. This has a synergy with Ronin Assault. This is a great power for mobility. You can use this thing to get around quickly, and you can knock dudes down with it. Alright, and finally, the Trick Arrows tree. At level 12, we'll be able to unlock Adamantium Arrow. Fire a mighty arrow that damages all enemies in its path. Hold down the hotkey to increase damage. This does physical damage per second charged. And as you put points into it, you'll increase that physical damage per second charge. This is how it works. You hold the key down and it charges. You can see that bar at the bottom. And the fuller that bar, the more damage you'll do. You can tap the key if you want to shoot off faster, but it won't do as much damage, of course. And here it is on fellas. See you guys later. At level 2, you'll be able to unlock Taser Arrow. Shoot a shocking arrow that also jolts a second nearby enemy. You'll shoot a little arrow, and it'll take a guy down to his knee, as well as shocking his buddy and taking them both down. This does energy damage per second, the knockdown, as well as a synergy with Freezing Arrow. As you put points into this, you will increase the energy damage per hit, as well as the knockdown duration. This is what it does. See how it took 2 of them down? It hits 2 guys. At level 4, you'll be able to unlock Freeze Arrow. Shoot an arrow that freezes an enemy in its path. This does physical damage. It will immobilize the target, and has a synergy with Taser Arrow. As you put points into this, you'll increase the physical damage and the immobilized duration. This is what it does. It freezes them. Literally, like, they cannot move. It doesn't just slow them. At level 18, you'll be able to unlock Explosive Arrow. Shoot an arrow that explodes when it impacts on an enemy. This does physical damage. This has a synergy with Tear Gas and Shrieking Arrows, and as you put points into this, you'll increase the physical damage. This is what it does. You shoot it and it just explodes. That's why it's called Exploding Arrow. Explosion! Explosion! Whoops, that was a regular shot. Explosion! And as you can see from it destroying some of the stuff around here, that it's a pretty nice AoE. I missed. I'm not a very good Hawkeye, am I? Branching off that, we have Tear Gas Arrow, which you unlock at level 22. Shoot an arrow that bursts into a cloud of choking fumes. This does energy damage over seconds. This might weaken enemies' damage dealt. I don't know if this is a tooltip error or what, but it seems to say 0% all the time. Unless I'm just missing something here. But anyways, as you put points into it, you increase the energy damage and possibly the weaken percentage, but that I'm a little iffy on in the current state. Here's the power. You shoot up an arrow that comes down, an explosion, it poisons him or whatever, and it does damage over time. Also branching off of Explosive Arrow, we have Shrieking Arrow at level 30. You shoot an arrow that taunts enemies around its landing site. This does physical damage. It has a bomb timer. This has a synergy with Explosive Arrow, and as you put points into it, you'll increase the damage in the bomb tower. Not tower, timer. And this is what it looks like. This will taunt the enemies, they'll run over to it, and then it will explode on them. See? Everyone just runs to it. Hey everyone, come over here. No? Boom. Hey everyone, come over here. See, they're not even attacking me. And it just kills them eventually. Boom. See you later. And finally, we have Nullifier Arrow. Shoot an arrow that creates a field that negates power effect areas generated by enemies. As you put points into this, you'll increase the duration. This is what it looks like. And finally, we have Hawkeye's ultimate power, Destructive Volley. Hold down the hotkey to fire a series of experimental high-tech arrows that automatically hit random nearby targets, infecting them with nanites that slow, cause bleed, and prevent the target from regenerating health. This will do physical damage, bleed, slow, and the cooldown is 20 minutes if it's level 1. Lucky for me, I got 2 of these guys. Hawkeye character token, let's gobble those up right now. Nom 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 nom. And let's go back and look. Now we're level 3. Alright, so we increase some of those numbers, and we decrease the cooldown. That's always good. Alright, so I've wrangled up a bunch of guys here, and let's pop the old ultimate power. Wow, I'm bad at this. So I ran out of guys to shoot with it. Alright, there we go. I ran out of spirit. Alright, and it's that time for the end of the video, and I told you I would tell you what my favorite costume is, and this is it. Although I never did read the Old Man Logan storyline, I still really like this costume. I think it's pretty unique, and I think it looks really cool. I don't know. Although I do really have to say I really do like this Hawkeye Classic costume. This is a close second to the Old Man Logan. If you like this video at all and you want to check out my channel for other Heroes videos, I've done a ton of other Marvel Heroes videos, and I've done them on the Heroes. Let's see, I've done Spider-Man, Iron Man, Thor, Wolverine, Deadpool, Hulk, Captain America, Black Panther, Cable, Cyclops, Miss Marvel, Jean Grey, Punisher, Rocket Raccoon, Black Widow, Colossus, Storm, Thing, Scarlet Witch, and I'm trying to think. I'm like 90% sure I left 1 or 2 people out right there, but I can't think of who. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. Just check out my channel. I have done every single hero that's available right now, except for Daredevil. He's coming next, coming soon, so if you're looking forward to that, he will be the next hero, because he's the last one left. Anyways, that's all I got for now. I hope you enjoyed this video at least a little bit. I hope you have a great day, and thanks a ton for watching. I'm Degen. This is Marvel Heroes All Things Hawkeye. Bye!